Three of the occupiers in Oregon have surrendered to the FBI, or should I say, they have turned themselves in. They don't surrender. Right. But apparently, the last of the four of refugees is holding out with a gun to his head. Is this supposed to be? These are not. Oh, this is live feed. Let's see. It's not the sumo guy. Is it Fry? Yeah. He's not. Is he the sumo guy? No. I was listening to the audio this last night.
Okay. So you still haven't addressed the grievances.
This is some.
It's better to go. I'd rather just pass along and move on because I don't want to be forced here and slowly dwindle in this corrupt system. The longer you sit there and keep paying taxes to all these atrocities, you're losing a little something and you don't even see it. So you're losing and they're taking it from you.
Okay, this seems to be a live phone conversation.
Nobody wants a lot of the things going on in this world. I never asked for all those Pakistani children to be drone striked by fucking my tax dollars.
This is the phone conversation. They continue to, got this guy on the phone. And there's some video out there. I don't know exactly. It's a phone conversation that is.
My message was liberty or death. That was my message. That was my YouTube channel, Defend Your Base, and I'm defending my base. And that's my soul, my body, my mind, my spirit. I'm defending all of that. And then I try to defend my country, which is, it's not the priority because myself is my priority, me and my God. And so I try to save my country in the process of saving myself. But, I guess Americans just don't care.
And that's not fair, David.
Okay, I think the voices we're hearing are David Fry and Chris Ann Hall,
World War II
I
was
think.
a scam. Vietnam War was a scam. The whole Cold War shit was a scam. Everything was just all these bankers and shit pulling the strings, and you American people keep thinking you can vote your way out of it. You guys are stupid. That's the definition of insanity. Keep trying the same tactic and expecting a different result. You guys keep electing the lesser evil.
But David, Ammon didn't try the same tactic. People are standing up and they're trying bold tactics, and they're standing.
Okay, so let me just. I mean, and this conversation continued. I listened to it last night. Hopefully, this guy doesn't end up shooting himself in the head. And it's interesting to hear. This is a guy who's obviously disenfranchised from society in some fashion. And I hope this can be a teachable moment. Because the issue isn't that constitutionalism is an inherently bad idea. And so it generates this type of stuff. The idea is that here you have a guy who is clearly got mental issues. I mean, this was a gathering of people who have, if not mental, like sociological issues. And they reach for something that provides them at least some way of absorbing and understanding what's going on around them. All right? Society is complicated. Just absorbing the information on a daily basis is difficult. Some people find solace in some type of orthodoxy, religious orthodoxy, where they only have a certain amount of questions every day that they have to answer because half of them are already taken off the table. You tell me what day it is. I tell you whether or not I touch electricity, what foods I eat. I have them. There are a limited amount of foods I eat, what I have to do 3 times a day. It just provides you a narrowed roadmap that makes it easier for some people. And for whatever reason, they can latch on to that. Other people latch on to other things. Some of them latch on to Alex Jones. So they believe that they know the real truth of what's going on. And it makes it much easier to deal with because they don't have to actually ask the multiple questions that make things a lot more complicated. So this guy is up there and thinks that he is somehow waging some type of fight that at one point he thought it was going to rally the American people to whatever cause it was. So I guess my point on this too is that, like, this is a teachable moment when people talk about radical Islam forces people to do something. No. Radical Islam is an answer for some people who have problems. Social or mental problems. But you know what? There's a whole host of answers for people depending on where they grew up. I mean, is there any doubt that if these guys had grown up in, I don't know, in Yemen, somehow you were to take like their mental proclivities and drop them in Yemen and they watch somebody get blown up by a drone, what they'd be doing today? They wouldn't be in Oregon. They'd be, I don't know, planting some IED somewhere. I mean, this is just what you get. And so, you know, hopefully this guy doesn't blow his brains out just for the sake of, you know, so that we don't have just one more person who commits a violent act. But this is what's going on there.